In the last video, we learned about how we can act as good digital citizens, but sometimes digital citizenship can be challenging, especially in the face of new technology. One of the biggest challenges to digital citizenship is a technology you've probably heard of: artificial intelligence, or AI. AI produces new problems in relation to digital privacy and ethical information use. To better understand these issues, let's take a look at the basics of AI and some common concerns surrounding this technology. AI is a field of study focused on enabling machines to mimic human thought, including problem-solving and learning. AI is a broad category that is made up of subsets of increasingly complex technologies, including machine learning, deep learning, and generative AI. Artificial intelligence, in its broadest sense, emulates human behavior. It can learn, make decisions, recognize patterns, and solve complex problems. This technology is exemplified in things like algorithm-driven ride-sharing apps such as Uber or Lyft. Machine learning is a subset of AI that is trained on datasets in order to make more accurate predictions. Email spam filtering features may use machine learning technology. Deep learning, a subset of machine learning, uses neural networks which mimic human brain signals to process data and perform analysis. This type of technology is used in things like face and speech recognition. And finally, there's generative AI. This is a subset of deep learning that generates content based on learning from large data sets. It's also probably what you think of when you hear about AI. ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, and Google Gemini are all examples of generative AI tools. But how do they actually work? When we input a prompt into a tool like ChatGPT, complex math computations are performed based on that input to determine what words are most likely to come next in a sequence. This content generation is based on data that the generative AI tool has been trained with, as well as complex algorithms that instruct the generative AI on how to operate. If I asked you to finish the phrase, "We go together like peanut butter and blank," you would probably say jelly, because that is a word you've heard said in this phrase or a similar one. Generative AI works the same way, drawing on the data it's been trained with to come up with new content. Like any new technology, generative AI has its problems and limitations. It is important to recognize these issues and continually interrogate generative AI's place in our personal, academic, and work lives. Some of the primary concerns related to generative AI today include its environmental impact, data privacy, and academic integrity. Generative AI requires large data centers in order to function. These data centers run on fossil fuels which are released as greenhouse gases when burned. A data center full of servers running on fossil fuel-supplied electricity gets really hot, so these centers also use massive amounts of water in order to remain cool. This water use creates multiple issues. First, water being used by data centers is water that is diverted away from other uses such as drinking water for the local community. AI data centers also create electronic waste containing substances like mercury and lead, which may lead to pollution of surrounding water sources. Generative AI has also created new concerns when it comes to data privacy. There are currently no privacy laws controlling how data is collected and used by generative AI in the US. Instead, discussions of these permissions have defaulted to copyright law. However, this does not address privacy issues related to non-copyrightable material. Much of the concern around generative AI and data privacy has to do with how these AI tools are trained. Generative AI systems scrape the internet for data to use, and there is no regulation as to whose data is being used. Some generative AI tools may even remember and use any data you provide as part of your input. It's important to read the terms of use for any AI tools you use, and always be cautious about entering personal information into an AI tool, even if they claim not to save such data. While generative AI may have some positive uses, there are still major issues when it comes to using AI in an academic setting. Some of the biggest concerns related to academic integrity and AI are plagiarism, hallucinations and bias, and copyright violations. While using AI-generated content and passing it off as your own isn't technically plagiarism because you aren't using a person's work, it still definitely violates academic integrity. Furthermore, because AI is trained using the work of human creators, AI-generated material may inadvertently plagiarize those authors. Generative AI tools experience hallucinations, which are what we call it when an AI tool generates content that is not factual. We see this often when an AI tool is asked to generate things like citations. As mentioned with regard to plagiarism, AI tools are trained on material written by human authors. Oftentimes, these works are copyright protected. All of these issues make generative AI a highly fraught and questionable tool in an academic setting. Knowing these concerns related to AI, it is important for us to question what ethical uses of AI might look like, and how we can weigh those uses against the concerns. In the next video, we'll take a look at how and why information ethics appear in 3 different areas of our lives: academic, professional, and personal. Want some help? Schedule a research appointment with one of our librarians today.